Welcome back to the channel, beautiful people. I thought since I'm working, I would give you a tour of my shop. Quick draw oil change here in Dodge City, Kansas. That's right. This place has been a big part of my life for the last 10 years. It's crazy how fast time flies, but yeah, we're going to be rolling our 10-year anniversary this March. So pretty excited about it. If you guys have been watching the videos, I've been dealing with a lot of personnel issues, trying to get guys hired, guys leaving, guys getting arrested, all kinds of stuff. And so anyway, I've been working a lot, and so it's always good to be involved in your own business. You keep your thumb on the pulse of what's going on and making sure things are happening the way that they're supposed to be happening, updating processes and procedures to make things more efficient. So anyway, I'm loving it. And yeah, while I'm working, it's been kind of a slow day today, so I thought, what the heck, I'll give you guys a little tour of the shop and kind of what we do here and what things look like. And so here we go. So let's just get this little tour started here in the basement, which those people that are in the industry, they absolutely are in love with our basement for two reasons. Let me tell you why. Number one, it is clean. The floor is clean. There's not a lot of clutter. It's organized. Yeah, it's clean. You don't see a lot of basement shop areas at oil change or mechanic shops that are this clean. Secondly, it's a full basement. You can actually walk down these stairs, get up on this catwalk, get underneath cars without having to come downstairs and then they pull the car in. Like Walmart, you go downstairs on the front of the bay and then you're basically in a little bunker with a car over you. And all of this extra space around here doesn't exist. So it's really nice to have the extra storage and the freedom to bounce from bay to bay when you're busy. You can just run across from catwalk to catwalk. You got these little stairs here, which makes it even faster and way more efficient. So all of these tanks right here, this is where all the oil is stored. There's more over there. There you go. I used to have these big 5-to-1 Fireball pumps, but it costs so much to repair them. So I went with these Rasms. They work really well. They're quiet, they're smooth. Been pretty pleased with them. I've got several of those guys, but anyway, these are big bulk storage tanks. These two tanks here, they're actually all waste oil and they're connected at the bottom. But these carriages, when I drop the oil, it fills them up, and then at the end of the day, we hook these lines together and then crank open that valve, and it runs all the way through this tube, drops into the waste oil tank, And then when these get filled up, I have a guy that comes and picks it up. He just sticks it's a big vacuum truck, and he sticks a stinger down in through here, and he sucks up all my waste oil. So then, what we got here, let's get up on the catwalk. This gets you right up close to the vehicle so you can do everything you need to do and you're close. This is kind of cool. This is our filter drain table. I actually stole this idea from another place, but I couldn't find any that were really nice. So I had this one built. A steel fabricator in Garden City built it, powder coated it for me. But anyway, when you take the filter off and it's nice and hot, you can put it on here. Then we use a punch and we poke a hole in the filter, and then that causes it to drain a lot faster. This one's, there it goes. But those will drain off overnight, and then we're able to just get rid of them, discard them normally. But all that oil goes into here, and I had them install a valve on the front right here, which we just drain off into a bucket. It goes into our waste oil tank over there and out with the rest. So pretty cool. All right, and these are the tool boards. This one is a little messier than I'd like it. We're gonna be redoing these in January, but we've just been shorthanded, and I've been down here working, and so it is what it is. But still, you got everything you would need. All the different cups for filters, different size straps for filters, odds and ends. Like these are pliers to remove little body clips, and cutters for zip ties, and you got end wrenches. Everything we would need, it's right here, easy to grab. And then of course, this is like our top 10 filters. So oil filters that we use the most of, we have them right here. So you're literally taking like 3 or 4 steps and you've got the filter. Everything that we do, everything I've done to build this place up is based on efficiency. So it's taking the least amount of steps to get to the tools, knowing exactly where they are, so when you need it, we don't spend any time trying to look for it. It's where it's supposed to be, and it makes the whole experience very fast, because we know that you can go anywhere to get your oil changed, and in many cases, if you go to Walmart, you're gonna save money. And so we can't compete with their buying power when it comes to cost of goods. And so where we have an edge is our customer service, our cleanliness, and how fast we are. So you might go to another place and spend 2, 3, 4 hours waiting to get your oil changed. When you come here, it's like 10 minutes or less in many cases. But that only happens if we're efficient. So if you're spending a bunch of time looking for tools and what did I do with that and where did I put this, it doesn't happen. And so every tool has a place on that board, and we know right where it is, and it's there every time we need it. So the other filters that aren't in the top 10 and the rest of the back stock is all over here. Just a bunch of odds and ends. Every time we get a car in, if we don't have the filter for it, I'll order 2 of them and we'll throw them on the shelf so that we have them for next time. So, you know, if a new weird 1963 something comes in and I don't have a filter for it, you might wait a little extra until I can get one hot shotted over, but the next time you come, I'll already have it on the shelf and we'll get it in and get you out, no problem. So these are all like the guns, the hoses for the guns up there that fill all the vehicles, and that's what all the rest of these lines are. They're all routed to all of these different tanks. And so it's all fed by air with one. There's that pump. They're all fed by air with one big air compressor out back that comes in on a main line, and it runs all these pumps, and it feeds everything upstairs. Back in this corner, we just got like our coolant here that we refill bottles. This is our washer fluid that it runs off this diaphragm pump, and it's all air driven, and it just takes it straight upstairs to where we got a little deal and we can fill washer fluid fast and efficiently. But here's that other board. I'm on the second bay now. Got all my filters, all my tools laid out, ready to go. Nice and efficient. Rags, some more end wrenches. There we go, new vehicle. That's the basement. Let's take a look at the upstairs. So really, if you're talking about upstairs, you gotta start in the lobby. The lobby is key. The lobby is key because it's clean, it's inviting, and it allows a space for people to wait for their car and really, they can see what type of business this is. And what do I mean by that? This is a type of business that like takes care of things, respects its own property and the property of its customers. And so I tell you, there's like, I don't understand it. You go to tire shops and mechanic shops, and I can understand their shop area being like dirty and gross, but there's like tire shops in town that you go to and the waiting room is so disgusting. I feel like if I was CEO mom and I had to stop in there to get a tire repaired and I had my kids, I would never ever set them on the floor or let them touch a chair or go into that bathroom for any reason because they would need a penicillin shot when we left. I'm telling you, just like dusting, just dirt on everything. And so when we took this place over and we cleaned it up, we made a point to make the cleaning regiment part of our everyday activity. And so we spent a lot of time making this look really nice. So when CEO mom comes in here, she can set her kid on the floor because it's nice and clean and they can walk around and they can use the bathroom. And so, yeah, it's very clean, inviting. I love to decorate for Christmas. You guys all know that. And so we've got all that going on. This is something that I knew right out of the gate we were going to implement this. So this is free drinks and snacks while you're waiting for your car to be serviced. It's complimentary, comes with the service. But anyway, this is the lobby area. This is where we take your money and do all that fun stuff. But we make a point to make it nice and inviting and clean for everyone that comes in here. Because, man, at the end of the day, if people aren't willing to take care of their own stuff, they're not going to take care of yours. So just remember that when you go into a business. If it looks like garbage, that means they don't care about their own things. Why would they care about your stuff? All right, so come out into the shop area, a little behind the scenes here. This is the break room and the bathroom. Nothing special, just a place to go to the bathroom. Guys got the little fridge, little microwave, everything you would see in a break room. Let's see what we got in here. Ketchup, mustard, water, and it looks like some sort of leftover situation. Yum. All right, coming back out to the shop area. I will say the biggest blemish in this place is this floor, and it's terrible. And I want it to be redone. I want it to be polished concrete, but just like everything, living out here in the middle of Southwest Kansas, there are no resources, and so nobody does it. None of these construction guys do it. There's a couple concrete people here in town. I had one of them over, one of the bigger ones, 2 years ago, and he was like, it's like he didn't understand what I was saying at all. But if you've seen like in Walmarts and Dillon's, they have, it's just polished concrete. There's no paint, color, no whatever. It's literally concrete that is polished and looks great, and that's what I want. Because when we very first started, we painted this. What do you call that stuff that goes on this floor? Epoxy. And it eventually wore itself out. And so I want to have it redone. It's the only blemish that drives me insane. And so I'm going to try again this year, but we'll see what happens. All right, so we've got the little iPad here. It's connected to our main computer system that's inside there. Really cool. We use a program that uses Carfax. So when you come in and we go to check in your vehicle, we can actually type in your tag, which that is an actual tag in Kansas, and it will pull up all of your vehicle's information. And so then when we check it in, it'll show us what type of oil, how much oil, what filter, everything about the vehicle and how to service it. It's pretty slick. But that's pretty much it. All of this is standard here. These are all of the oil guns that are attached to those tanks down in the basement down there, so that we're not dealing with a bunch of bottles and stuff. We can just use these to pump oil directly into the motor. I've got all the air filters over there. Really lucky to be able to have 3 full bays. We generally only use 2. This is the 4th bay. This is like a mechanic bay that we don't use a whole lot. It's just extra space. We got these 2 wonderful individuals folding rags. Look at them go. But we do have a floor lift here so we can rotate tires, do brake jobs, things like that. And then we do a lot of detailing out of this bay because we can wash right out here. Then we bring them in, dry them off, and do some detail work. But I got a little workbench. This is where we do some, I don't know, odds and ends. And I've got everything to make my own baits, my own fishing lures. This is molds for, like this one is for a little night crawler style worm. But anyway, I got a bunch of those, and we can make our own baits when we're slow. There's all the colors and stuff, kind of fun. Let's go check out the upstairs. So this is my upstairs office. Just kind of a catch-all storage space. I've got like records for the last several years. Man, this spot right here is supposed to be a mallard, green head mallard duck that I shot last year. That was supposed to take like 8 months, and we're well over a year at this point, but it's going to go in that spot if it ever shows up. I don't know why it's taking so long. But anyway, I got a cool air rifle there, my headdress that was gifted to me by my wife, and then this is my office space. This used to be just an absolute disaster. Carpet was just completely oil stained and gross. I cleaned it when I bought the place, but I never changed it out. And so this last year, I decided to tear it all out, put in some nice floor. We got a nice little seating area, just some other odds and ends. This is some artwork I had made, which is, maybe someday we'll talk about that, but it's significant to me. My ordination certificate. Yes, I am an ordained pastor, if you will. That's for another video as well. But anyway, this is where I do all my business paperwork. I do a lot of editing of videos right in here. It's just this is a great place for me to sort of escape everything, when I'm busy, when I just need to get away, when I need some time to think or be alone, or this is great. Being able to have an office where I'm still here and I can see what's going on, but I can step away. It's been really good, and I'm very appreciative of this space. And so I've really, in the last year or two, have made an effort to make it comfortable and clean. And so most people don't even they don't even know that it exists. So it's pretty cool. But another reason we spend so much time keeping things clean and orderly and making it look nice is because, our motto, I put it on a t-shirt way back in the day. It's changing the world one car at a time. And so we really want to be able to impact people right where they're at. And we utilize the oil change to do that. We love to love on people, pray for people, help people out. And this is the avenue that we've been given to be able to interact with our community on a daily basis. And so really, it's like going the extra distance and doing the wow factor to make people feel special and to make people feel like they're taken care of, even in just an oil change. And I know it sounds crazy because it's just an oil change, but that's always been something from day one that we wanted to do, was because we have a heart for people, we have a heart for our community, and we want to love on people. And so how do you take just doing an oil change to the next level and making somebody feel like they're really special when they come in here? And so having respect in ourselves and keeping things clean and being honest and having integrity, you can really show that by the way that you take care of your own space and make it comfortable for people when they come in here. And so that's a big part of what we do. This is not just a business, but it's a ministry for us, and we take it very seriously. So Yeah, it's important that we are on our game every day and that we are ready to serve people right where they're at. Anyway, that's the shop, guys. Quick little tour. You know, it's just a big part of my life. This is what enables me to help impact my community and give back and take care of a lot of people in need. And then it also allows me to do the things that I love to do, the things that I'm passionate about, going fishing and hunting and traveling. Without this, I wouldn't be able to do a lot of that. And so I'm very grateful for it. It hasn't always been like this. This place obviously wasn't handed to me. I had to work very hard to get where I'm at today. And I think that's what I see in a lot of young people. You know, it's kind of the ongoing joke about millennials. They graduate high school and then they sit at home and they wait for their $1 million to show up. Well, it takes a lot of hard work and dedication and discipline to make something great. And so once you do, you can reap the benefits of it, but you got to put in the time. And so we put in the time, and we're still putting in the time. So this last week has been super crazy, just a lot of work and trying to piece together a team to keep the doors open and keep moving forward, because I've had a lot of staffing issues, but that's all part of being a business owner. So luckily, I've got one guy that's going to be starting next week, long-term, full-timer. I got another guy that also is interested. Both of these guys, I know them personally. I don't have to worry about any surprises, and it should be really good going forward. So I'm excited about that. So it's going to be an awesome year. We're getting ready to hit the new year, and I'm looking forward to it. So anyway, I hope you guys are having an awesome adventure wherever you're at. Thanks so much for watching, and if you got any questions about the shop, just throw them in the comments, and I'll make sure to get back to you. I guess I'll see you on the next video. Be blessed.
Hello.